Olé! Hola, damas y caballeros. Bienvenidos a Picks to Watch. Today, we're going to be looking at some of the fun and interesting champions that could be making their way onto the playoffs patch 8.16. Without further ado, let's jump right into it. With the tank meta back on the rise, it's a perfect time for the muscly, blob dude, Zack, to slingshot his way back into the jungle. One of Zack's biggest weaknesses is that he uses his own health to clear jungle camps. This makes him a big ol' softy if he gets invaded in the early levels. But since tanky junglers as a whole are making a comeback, it's less of a risk than it was a patch ago. Plus, he's got decent clear speeds thanks to Unstable Matter's spam ability. Oh, and his ganks with Elastic Slingshot often ensure that his opponents meet a surprise gooey demise. This big green blob also benefits from control mages re-emerging in the mid lane, as their limited mobility allow his stretching strikes to easily latch on and slam together some effortless kills. Teamfights are where Zack truly becomes his team's secret weapon. Not only can he fling his way into a fight from practically half a map away, but his ultimate can totally alter the complexion of a teamfight. Whether Zack's bouncing a tank off the front line or scooping up an enemy carry to their ultimate demise, the gelatinous experiment was made to make plays. While he oozes with utility compared to other tanks, he's fairly item reliant, and as such he can be put in a sticky early game situation because of his poor scaling and below average skirmishing. Tanky is the name of the game with Zack, and his build starts with a Cinderhulk that's followed up by items like Spirit's Visage, Knight's Vow, and Warmogs. Just make sure to hit your skill shots, because if you miss, the enemy will run a study on just how fast they can make Zack's cells divide. We had to do a deep dive to come up with our next champion, and it's Nautilus. Thanks to changes in patch 8.16, the Deep Sea Titan could soon be swimming his way up to the top lane. But don't count him out as support or jungler due to his arsenal of utility and surprisingly good early game trading. One of the Submariner's greatest strengths is his ability to set up for ganks. The waves of crowd control offered by his depth charge, into Dredgeline, plus passive and Riptide mean that all he needs is a splash of damage to drag his opponents to the depths. Changes to Titan's Wrath have also made in-lane trading even easier. Now that the cooldown's reduced overall, the sea-roaming Goliath has way more uptime with additional shields and damage. This will strike fear into any sailor or top laner worth their salt. In teamfights, the Nautical Nightmare does what all tanks should: protect in the front line while also being able to attack the enemy backline. His passive and ultimate can provide more than enough peel for his carries, yet if he finds a flank, his ultimate comboed with Dredgeline can quickly sink an enemy carry into a grey screen abyss. The big man has some even bigger cooldowns though, and if he happens to whiff his combo, it'll be slow sailing before he can give it another go. In addition, his meager damage ensures that if nobody's got his back when he dives in, he'll turn from a free diver to free low. Top lane Nautilus is as stalwart as they come, and players are opting for an Abyssal Mask followed up by a Sunfire Cape and Warmogs. If he's gearing up to support, he'll look to build a Knight's Vow, Locket of the Iron Solari, and Righteous Glory. And trust me, he'll need all that protection, or it'll be him who's paying the ocean's tithe. With control mages back in the mid lane, Cassio could be slithering her way back into the Rift endgamer. The Serpent's Embrace trades extremely well against other control mages with the toxic combo of Noxious Blast and Twin Fang. Furthermore, the buff to her base mana on patch 8.9 added even more venom to her early game lane pressure. The grounding effect from her Miasma is one of the strongest parts of her kit both in and out of lane. This is especially true against other control mages, who often lack an escape outside of Flash. So once they're locked down, Cassio can call for jungle backup and have plenty of time to sink her fangs in for an easy kill. In teamfights, her Miasma is fantastic when used as a zoning tool, especially near objectives like Baron, where she can cut off the enemy team from snaking their way in for a steal. Speaking of Baron, she quickly shreds through the giant purple worm because of her machine gun style single target damage. But her real calling card is her game-changing ultimate that can turn around just about any gank or teamfight. It's tough to set up on your own, but should the enemy get one step too close, Cassio can instantly turn them to stone. The playmaking potential is nearly limitless, so if you're against her on the Rift, make sure to avoid eye contact. The standard build path for Cassiopeia is a Tear of the Goddess into Seraph's Embrace, which is followed up with a Rylai's. After that, it's a choice between Morellonomicon, Zhonya's Hourglass, or Banshee's Veil, depending on how the game's unfurling. the Serpentine Lady does have short range, and she's completely reliant on her poison to pump out the damage. Keeping tabs on her positioning while maintaining skill shot accuracy is paramount, because if you fall at either, she'll quickly be turned into a lovely pair of boobs. That is it for this episode of Picks to Watch. Be sure to go into the comment section below and let me know what you're excited to see coming into playoffs. With that, thank you very much for watching. Adios, nos vemos en Madrid. Hola, mi amigo. Madrid, por favor. Yeah, Madrid. Hello, hola. Let's go. Madrid, por favor. Mi amigo. Yeah. What?